Theories of moral development. How moral development occurs in a human being. We are going to learn about, there are different theories available in literature, and in our syllabus, it is limited to only two different theories. We are going to discuss the pros and cons of two different theories named as Kholberg theory. The other one is called as Gilligan's theory. Kholberg and Gilligan. It is called Kholberg's theory of moral development. And what he says is moral development in a human being, it happens, it occurs over age and experience. We all will agree with this, right? Only over age and experience, moral development occurs in ourselves. When we are very young children, we used to follow the morality and principles that are taught by our teachers and parents. When we are very young at school, okay. In the adolescent period, what we will do? We will not be taking into account only the morality or moral principles that is taught by teachers or parents. In addition to that, we will be concentrating on the moral values taught by our community, our religion, our society. Okay. So as and when we grow, definitely the moral development will increase. Okay, so moral development, according to this Kholberg, moral development in a human being, it occurs over age and experience, right? And he suggested, he derived 3 levels of moral development in a human being. Human being moral development takes place in 3 levels. Okay, and how this moral development takes place is based on the reasoning in response to the moral questions. Whenever a moral question is asked to a particular, he conducted a survey and asked a moral question. He explained a moral dilemma situation to a particular group of people. And at the end, he asked a few moral questions, how this problem can be solved. And also he noted down the reasons given by many people. Based on that, he developed or he suggested 3 different levels of moral development occurs in human being. And these 3 levels are pre-conventional level. Second one is called conventional level. Third one is called post-conventional level. Okay, so this is very important topic and most repeatedly questioned in university also. Theories of moral development as far as this unit is concerned. So there are 3 levels in which moral development occurs in a human being. One is called pre-conventional level of moral development, conventional and post-conventional. Let us see one by one. One is pre-conventional. See, pre-conventional, it occurs in, it can be seen, this level of moral development, it can be seen in all young children. As I told you, as I gave you an example, all young children, what they will do, they will strictly follow, they will blindly, or I can say, they will blindly follow the moral principles that are taught by their parents and teachers. And this level of moral development, it is based on the desire to get benefit of oneself. I have to get benefit out of it. It's much more self-oriented, self-interest. Okay, to satisfy their own needs. Or in other words, I can say, I should not get punished. For example, if a particular teacher says, don't talk, or you have to stand on a bench, fingers on your lips. So if in a KG class or some primary standards, if a particular teacher says that, then in order to avoid punishment, in order to get benefit for oneself, to satisfy their own needs, people will follow that, or children will follow that particular rule, that particular moral principle. That level of moral development comes under pre-conventional. To satisfy, they are least bothered about the other people's interest. They have to satisfy their own needs. Very simple example, you can consider this. People will definitely follow this in a kindergarten class or some primary class. And all the principles, that is moral principles that are taught by their parents and teachers, they used to follow blindly. They will not question it, right? So this is called as pre-conventional level, which usually will be found in all young children's. Next level is called as conventional level. And this conventional level here, apart from their own self-interest, They are also bothered with the other person's interest. They also will take care of other person's interest. They worry for the other people's problem also. Okay, so here moral thinking and behavior of the individual are determined by the standards of their family, community, and society. So they used to follow the moral principles that are taught by their community, that are taught by their society and family. Each family will have its own standard, right? So if particular people is following the moral thinking, the moral values that are determined by the family, community, and society, they comes under this conventional level. And here, apart from self-interest, they are also motivated by the desire to please others. Okay, and most of the adults will be living only in this particular level called conventional level. Few childrens and few adults will be living in this conventional level of moral development. Rather than to satisfy their own needs, they are also interested in satisfying other needs to please others. Okay. Next is called as post conventional level of moral development. And in this post conventional level, people are called autonomous. That is, they can think originally. They will not stick to the moral standards of a society, of a family, or a particular community. Rather than that, they can think originally. According to me, what is moral? Okay. Based on their proficiency, based on their experience for a particular, for a given problem, this may be the solution. This is the moral way of solving this particular solution. So they can think originally and they want to live by universally good principles and completely for the welfare of the others. Complete self-interest will be absent in this post-conventional level. Is it clear? They have no self-interest. They always live for the universally good principles. They take decisions for universally good principles and for the welfare of others. Is it clear? That level of moral development is called as post-conventional